Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to our Monster Night. And to me, realizing among all the preparations I had made, the title is wrong. Real good. Monster Night, Monster Night. Okay, here I go. Very sorry about that. Okay, so the thing is, what are we doing today? What are we talking about? First of all, okay, let me activate this. Today we are concluding something that I had previously begun and wanted to get on with for a while, but didn't for various reasons. Some of which being being a little. I mean, I was fighting a bit with the material. I'm kind of put myself in a corner this month, actually, with the stuff I have to do. But yeah, so the music is definitely too high right now. At least for me. I don't know for you. Probably it's not even that. It's not even that audible for you. Okay, that should be a more tolerable level. So, the thing is that right now, oh, hello people. Okay, sorry. The thing is, last time that we were on this art stream, we were working on the little nightmarish dinosaurs that we have come up with like on a whim during a random sketch. And what I want to do tonight is talk about it a bit more, go on with developing its stat block together, and show you guys the footage of some more footage of me working on it that I recorded in the time I had in the previous weeks, and you're now seeing sped up on screen right now. Wait a second. Settings. So the reason I'm using recorded footage this time, I'll also let you see what the drawing is at after it. Is that I realized the main thing, the first thing I want to talk you about tonight, which is the fact that I really, I mean, after like 2 or 3 tries, which have been like very mixed for me, I have realized that I really don't like, at least for now, doing traditional art streams. In the sense that I don't like feel at ease in actually drawing while I stream, while I talk about it. Like, my brain does not work that way. I either cannot maintain a coherent train of thought and train of talking while I work, or I cannot work properly at an acceptable pace to me while I'm talking. I mean, I already have the problem of wandering, letting my mind wander around when working on an artwork, when working on something. So yeah, I don't really want to make this worse, and like trying for me. Right now, I'm not completely excluding it for the future, but for me right now, trying to like work on stream to draw live just wasn't cutting it. So I decided that I could still make some streams and some podcast episodes that are about making art, but I would not be, if I want to do something, some work that I want to show you like the process of, then I'm going to record it while I do it, since I mean I do have OBS, which is like wonderful for that. I am going to record it while I do it, and I am going to show and comment the recording, so I can also actually be live to interact with you guys while I'm doing that. So what the ooh. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Oh, by the way, this is black time, because today, due to another project, another thing I'm working on that I cannot tell you about right now, but I have discovered the existence of Gia, which is Atlas Games' new work in progress setting for 5th edition, which is like my jam. It's like prehistoric fantasy with dinosaurs of all kind, prehistoric setting and magic and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I'm just spamming it here. I'm just plugging something that I find really cool. Maybe I can show you like the actual page later. I don't know. It's really cool. Check it out. Prehistoric fantasy. It's just my jam, and if you're the kind of people who might come on this channel, is like, it can be that there's a good chance it's your jam too, or at least it might be in your lane. Okay, so back to the yeah, I got back to the what happened? Oh, it's probably because the oh yeah, okay, probably because the video ended. So okay, going on, next video of me working on the turnaround on the creature, and later we'll get back to the stat block. It should be, nope, it's not this one, it's this one. Here we go. The video was okay. We were looking at this one. Okay, let's go. Still at double speed, because this should make it more interesting to look at, honestly. And so yeah, I was working on a turnaround of this guy to try and get a sense of its proportions. Just let me make one thing and I'll be, yeah, you see, even now it's really hard to keep focus, especially because I'm using a dual screen setup right now. I'm trying to see all of the things at once, and right now, ooh, audio duplicate. Okay. Yeah, I was checking Twitch as well. So okay, I was saying, here I was working on the turnaround of the thing, and yeah, I really find that like doing this, like recording stuff and doing and showing you the time lapse and the work on, is more interesting, because I can both I can comment the art that I was working on without like being without it being disrupted from me trying to talk about it while I do it, because as I said, brain is not wired that way. I can play around with the speed and what part of the work I show you. Like for example, at this point in the drawing, you might find that I have that I go back and forth a whole lot on the feet shape, because I was like I was trying to both keeping in mind the opposing curves for I mean for artistic reason, to make the shape the whole structuring of the shape work, but also I was trying to find like a decent reference for anatomy, because I wasn't sure if this whole creature is like loosely based on a Dilophosaurus, and I wasn't sure in general with theropod dinosaurs if when they are like at rest in a basic standing position where they're like not going anywhere, just standing around, standing still, relatively, if their feet like curve, if their feet are oriented like straight onwards, or like slightly towards the interior, or slightly towards slightly outwards. Couldn't find it. Actually searched. I looked at theropod skeleton photos, birds, T-Rex, Allosaurus. I couldn't really find. First of all, I was kind of baffled by the fact that I could find very few photos that like even showed a front view, and what I found didn't exactly help a whole lot. So I went into a whole lot of back and forth that I like only solved today when doing some more touch-ups on this whole thing to have the work that I wanted to show you. So yeah, I think you've seen me. I think the sketch that you see like a bit transparent back there was something I like mostly worked on during the last stream. I think I even started if I remember correctly, I even started doing the turnaround, and here I went a bit more on in working on the proportions, establishing the guidelines, and just figuring out this thing, because like one of the main not exactly challenges, but one of the main doubts that I had when trying to like establish the actual proportions of this thing was the side of the head compared to everything else. So this helped a lot, and this was fun to do, even though I kept it in a very rough stage all the way through. This is not something I like dedicated a whole lot of time to yet. By the way, I am doing this stream like in the D&D category instead of the art category for a reason. Oops, how did I call okay. For a reason, which is that maybe I should update the titles. Maybe I should update the title actually. But yeah, the point, the reason this stream is even on is in Dungeons and Dragons rather than art, is because this creature was created. Like, I mean, this creature was created on a whim, but I mean, like, on a whim, like just random sketch. But it then, well, when I started working more on it and I decided to bring it on stream, I decided to make a D&D 5th edition monster out of it, and I decided to give it a stat block, which is like very roughly in progress, and I'm gonna work a bit more on that thing with you guys on stream. I hope that tonight we are going to get like at the very least the core of the thing like up and running. At the very least, like the mechanics defined, even if not the numbers are like the exact definite numbers on this thing, but like we have a functioning stat block that at most requires like adjusting the dice values. That's what I want to work on tonight. That's what we'll be actually doing on stream. By the way, if I'm not mistaken, we might have I think we might have at least a good DM friend of mine listening, which I hope he is, because if he is, like his help might be invaluable in figuring out this thing. That is the main plan for tonight, like looking at the recording of like I'll show you the footage of me working on this thing, and meanwhile we'll discuss it as a monster, as a D&D creature, and we'll have a look at the stat block. we'll try to figure out some things. So, pausing the footage for a second there, and going, hey, Mr. Master, like you're here exactly when I need you, because I was about to go over to the stat block of this thing, or at least to what we have right now. Sorry, I disappeared because there's something on the ground. Okay, sorry. Incidents. Okay, so what I was saying. Let's stop the footage for a second. Oh, video is here. Oh my god, the food is so confusing. Okay. Okay, so that's what we have. That's what we have for the moment, basically. So a bit of a recap, like, this is how this whole thing started. Like, I did a sketch of a dinosaur, and like for I hadn't drawn the head because I wanted like to first get the position of the neck, and then I decided, what if it instead was an horror monster? And that became, what if it was a D&D monster and you can actually use in your 5th edition campaigns. And since I'm into like since I'm very much into it, the like, given the nature of the creature, which was too weirdly specific to be natural, but also like almost too baseline to be a complete alien aberration, and it was like too specific in a lot of senses, in a lot of ways, not senses. It was too specific in a lot of ways, and then I decided that this was gonna be this really works as the creation of a mad wizard or scientist, which, if we are going to put this thing in Eberron, which is what I would be doing, because I mean, Eberron is my favorite homebrew. No, I said homebrew is my favorite official D&D setting, after all. And okay, so this is okay, good. Yep, we're good. Yeah, sort of a Dr. Moreau's experiment, mad wizard, mad scientist. In Eberron, that person, finally I'm talking to someone, that's good. That really helps the brain. In Eberron, that person is definitely Mordain, the Flesh Weaver. And Mordain the Flesh Weaver in the Eberron setting is the most powerful wizard in Corvair, which is like the main humanoid settled continent. The more it's sort of what I mean. Corvair is what Faerun is to the Forgotten Realms, in a way. And the most powerful wizard in all of Corvair is like an insane mad scientist type, which dabbled in Dalkir magic, which is basically, in Eberron terms, alien magic. And yeah, I do see, and Mordain is the kind of person that might very much make up a creature, an absurd creature that's probably in pain a lot, just for fun, just for shits and giggles, and just to see what happens. But to be more specific, the way I perceive this thing is as an experiment, like a prototype. My version of it is my version of what this design inspires me is a prototype, an experiment created by Mordain the Flesh Weaver as a test run, basically, of what I can create. Let's call it a line or series of creatures that are based around separating and reuniting their own body parts and changing their and changing their composition and arrangement. You mean that the most powerful spellcaster is a sort of mad scientist? Yes, yes. The most powerful, I won't even say mortal anymore, because it probably doesn't apply at this point to Mordain. But yeah, the most powerful spellcaster in Corvair, the most powerful originally humanoid, most powerful known and living spellcaster in all of Corvair right now is a mad scientist, which like lives in a living tower in a place that's called the Forest of Flesh, if I remember correctly. It's like insane and insanely creepy. It's really great. It's really, yeah, no. You cannot count on that guy to, if there's some arcane problem coming to Eberron, you just cannot count on the most powerful spellcaster to solve it. There's a good chance that he might make it worse, or that he might just experiment with it, or he might just be causing it. So yeah, third and final time, the way I see this creature is Mordain is toying with the idea of separating of a creature that can detach and reattach its own body parts for whatever reason. Maybe that's the hobby has taken on like this month. And he's specifically operating, and you'll see why in a bit, by using some sort by taking the body of a creature, modifying it, and making it a symbiotic with some kind of hive mind parasite, like parasitic ooze that can control and manipulate the body in a semi-magical way, with like using lightning, using electricity and impulses, and like this thing is this hive mind, this parasite, this material is what at the core allows these unholy experiments to work and function. Just because I like the idea of the I did like, I don't know how exactly that came about, because but I like the idea of playing with like the electricity, neural signals, and the fact that the creature being able to decompose and recompose itself, it's because it's like being taken over by some sort of superorganism that can do it, that can split and reunite and bring part, and when it does, parts of the physical body of the host come with it. So, oh yeah, that was a talk. You can see some points that we discussed with a couple of other people during last stream, like Capomax suggestions that I really liked, of making the body like trash recklessly and have the advantage of being furious and in a sort of berserk rage, but also and also, oh my god, what happens to my train of thought tonight? But also obviously disadvantage because of the blindness. Mr. Master asking, the parasite stuff is used by that wizard, but is not his creation, right? Honestly, I don't know, like, lore-wise, what this thing is. There's a lot of question about it. I'm not sure we're even gonna develop all of them tonight. Maybe, I mean, the most likely thing is that the parasite sort of it existed in some natural form, and Mordain worked on it and modified that as well. So Yeah, probably I'm going on a whim. I'm going with that. It probably already existed, and Mordain modified to some degree to make it able to integrate with a host. I'm going with that. I'm going with that. You know what? Instead of putting it in the chat, I'm like actually updating the document here. Updating this point. Updating this point. For symbiosis. Symbiosis with an I. With an ooze. Perfect. Also, the reason this thing is an aberration and not a monstrosity, even though like monstrosity is a category that you can apply to the creation of mad wizards, is like that Mordain specifically works with a lot of Dalkir originated magic, and so for that, I do think that a creation of Mordain is more likely to end up as an aberration, and probably like the original parasite or ooze can be one of Kirzin's spawn, like the Prince of Slime in Eberron, and be of Dalkir origin itself. And also I like the idea of aberrant dinosaurs. That's cool, of course. More kiss stuff. That's refuse over there. Okay. Where was I writing? Here. Separate and reattach itself. Likely Xorian in origin. I'm gonna add this as well. That probably, I mean, now that you make, since you moved the spotlight on the parasite, I do think that like maybe the ultimate goal, Mordain's ultimate goal, is like the parasite itself, like the mold that he's using. Like, what if Mordain is trying to like push to the limit what he can do with that thing, how it can use it to first modify organisms, like the most basic stuff, like force another organism to split and reattach, and then go on to who knows what other applications for some insane agenda that he has. Maybe Mordain's ultimate goal is... Oh, there you go. Let's see. Let's try this route. Let's see. Go. Let's see what Mr. Master said, by the way. Maybe it could start an aberration and then turn into a monstrosity if left in the wilderness for enough time. Like it presumably happened for the owlbear. Yeah. I honestly, given what aberrations generally are, like, I don't know, aren't aberrations generally also outsiders? I mean, this in general D&D. Not sure if I don't know if aberrations are usually outsiders. But yeah, you could say, I mean, if this thing is allowed to roam free and like breed, if it is even able to, and then it eventually turns into a sort of stable and autonomous species, then yeah, the descendant might eventually become a monstrosity. I don't know if the owlbear specifically was an aberration when it was created, because I'd really say that it might depend a lot on what kind of magic made it. That might depend on the word. I mean, like for example, if let's say an owlbear was created by hags or any other kind of fey magic, I would like hesitate to call it an aberration, and I'd propend towards monstrosity. But I really don't know. That's an interesting talk. In this case, given the guy that created it, like we are still talking of if we are talking of the base model, the first prototype, yeah, then absolutely aberration. And I do like Mr. Master's suggestion that, and I'm gonna put it here. I do like Mr. Master's suggestion that if this thing roams and if this thing manages to stabilize itself as a species, then it can probably become some kind of monstrosity and do it in the process. Oh, what else did he say? The 5e Monster Manual says aberration are utterly alien beings. Yeah, exactly. Many of them have innate magic abilities drawn from the... Oh, what the hell? This thing is being really annoying. Drawn from... It doesn't make me read the whole... Okay. Drawn from the creature's alien mind rather than the mystical forces of the world. Quintessential aberration are Hamlet's, Beholder's, Mind Flayer, and Slotty. Okay. In Eberron, like, aberration is almost everything that comes from Xoriat, and right now I cannot think of... Oh, like Quarry. Yeah, like the whole... the only aberrations I can think of in a Baron are outsiders in Origins. Hi, Mango Sport! Many of them have... probably this definition could be applied to your monster given its peculiar origins. Strange parasite. Yes, definitely that's going on. Yeah, the fact that in its base form this thing is an aberration is like no doubt. I have no doubts about that. The larger point about aberration, yeah, there's some discussion to be had about that. But this thing, it has been made by Mordain by melding a living creature with some weird ass, probably alien parasite. So yeah, aberration it is. But I'm going to put... What the hell? Where that? What? Sorry, something happened there to the text. Okay. So, oh, by the way, hello Mango Sport. What do you think of this little nightmare monster we're working on right now? Mr. Master 80 suggests able to have yeah, also that could be an interesting situation in a campaign. Like, what if I mean, also maybe that is one of the uses Mordain can have for these things, lore wise. Like maybe in the course one of his experiments with the Xorian mold. I like the idea of calling it the Xorian mold. It's like set a bunch of these things loose in the wild and see how and if they can integrate, and like what happens if you introduce the mold to the ecosystem in the form of a parasite. I do see him running this kind of experiment in the Forest of Flesh. Maybe he hopes that the mold spreads and it's like properties related to energy and symbiosis, like give him some new kind of resource, some new kind of like wicked and perverted magical resource. That could be one of the things Mordain is doing with this prototype and other creatures like that. I really like that idea. I really like it. How this stinks. Mysterious. Mysterious. Mold at the base of their physiology. Really like this idea from Mr. Master 80 and like the whole train of thought he is pushing us towards. We would probably need to modify the formatting of this thing very soon. So now let's talk about the stats of this thing, by the way, because I think I basically have the whole concept of it sort of like most of the concept of what I want this to do nailed down for Hopla. Most of the concept nailed down. Can't chat and talk at the same time, apparently. But I do need to develop the details and cut off some rough edges. We're probably not going to number crunch, but we are going to talk wording and details of the effects that we have here, and we're probably going to need either a second page or to move the body of the dinosaur to the thing, to the second page. For now, until I found a decent name for this poor thing, we're gonna call it this way. Mordain's prototype. Okay, so the first thing, of course, that I thought of is the combat application, how this thing works in combat, and of course the main gimmick is the whole detaching of the earth. Of the earth. What the fuck am I saying? The whole detaching of the head, which thinking about that, I think it was who was it? No, was it Failire? Oh, Capomax suggested that this thing could be created as a mage killer, or as an eater or thief or of magic item, which would bring me to, which could work, especially if it was like formidable in melee and resistant to like at least some kind of magic. I'm a bit hesitant to like just giving it magic resistance, especially because I want to keep it around CR6. Like, I mean, at most 7, but I'd be more comfortable around 6. I do think it has to. It gives me the idea of something that has to fall in that ballpark. But anyway, it can definitely be something that is like deceptively good at killing like spellcaster, or at least that it instinctively knows to go for spellcasters and it can have resistance to like some kind of. I of course envision him as resistant to lightning, for reasons that we are about to discuss. I think being resistant to force could make sense and be nice if he has to be if he really has been developed with some kind of fighting wizard scenario in mind. Uh, let's see who's here. Mr. Massa sounds dangerous for a wizard, even if mad to create a monster that basically lives to kill spellcaster. Okay, first of all, yeah, this thing is not a danger to Mordain. Like, this thing, okay, I'm not seeing, this thing is really not the ultimate spellcaster killer. But even if it was a creature that is like specifically anti-wizard in mind, there's different tiers of that you can have. Anyways, I mean, this could be like able to kill like low-level wizards relatively no problem because it's physically impressive and it can retaliate to attack from a distance, so it can take the melee fighters for as long as it take to kill the wizards, and then reunite with the head and retaliate. But I mean, even let's say that this thing can kill can kill wizards of up to 7th level. Still not a danger to Mordain. At 7th level, a wizard is like one level of is like close to. I mean, the most powerful magic that is like still part of the regular Eberron life. Not in the sense that it's common. Like in Eberron, magic up to 3rd level is basically common and widespread and known and integrated into the magical industry. Magic from magic of 4th and 5th level is rare and powerful, but still understood and known about. A wizard of 7th or 8th level is like starting to dabble in the highest level of magic that are like normally conceived in everyday life. Mordain is an epic level spellcaster that literally never moves from a living fortress that can probably clone him. So even if this and also he is very much likely to have like 300 backups from or ways or backdoors or kill switch to disable a creature that he himself has created. So like, yeah, no, this thing is not a CR6 or 7 creature that is designed that is possibly designed to fight against low level wizards. Not a danger to Mordain. And even if like I do see Mordain potentially trying to see, since he's probably used to cloning himself multiple times, I can even see a bored Mordain going the route of let's see if I can make something that can one-on-one kill at least one of my bodies. Just for fun. Just to see if he's able to do that. Like sort of a twisted version of the paradox that like can an omnipotent being create an object that he himself cannot lift, like that kind of thing. I do see Mordain being potentially into that, but also it could be also the thief angle is interesting because I like and find funny the idea of something that looks like a brute but has unexpected stealth applications because it can like crawl relatively near a target, and then detach the head, and the head can go along and infiltrate and maybe assassinate someone or steal something. And maybe these kind of applications, like infiltrate a place and kill a resistant target, or steal a well-defended object, can be the kind of things that Mordain, maybe he doesn't want to use it himself, maybe he's giving the creature, or I mean, he doesn't really care about selling, but he could just be playing the game. Maybe he's giving the creature to someone else that uses it in that way for whatever reason. I want to add this to Capomax suggestions. I like the idea. If not by Mordain himself. Mordain. You see, that's the fun thing in working with Mordain. You can just write this kind of things on a whim, and they work, or they might potentially work, because he's an insane mad scientist. So we can just do that. So yeah, let's try to give some thought to this. Let's examine some mechanics, by the way. So yeah, fighting-wise, this thing is a physical brute. It's almost completely based on physical attacks, the classical physical kit that you can expect by a dinosaur, of course, maybe a bulky one, a bulky and strong one, bites, wipes, that kind of things. The main gimmick is, of course, the head detaching, and I had a lot of discussions with Capomax about that, because my ideas was like, okay, yeah, detach and reattach the head. I want to implement some kind of limited autonomy for the head. I unfortunately don't have all of the sketches of that. But the idea was that the head can separate from the body, and for a bit it can just straight up fly. You know what? I'm letting you see what we're at right now, as we talk about it. Where it is? Okay, it's here. Of course, I have to actively switch the window. Yeah. Here we go. Oh my god, the zoom is extreme. Yeah, you know what? Maybe not. Let's do it like that. Let's just add another window capture over this. Maybe like this. Whoops, that's too big. That's entirely too big. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, come real on. Okay, let's go. Very well. Putting it under my webcam, maybe? Or putting my webcam just here. Okay, good. So, yeah. This is the base. This is what we're working with. Like, yeah, bonus action, head flies off. And we of course had all of the usual questions like what happens when what if the head dies? What if the body dies when the head's not around? And all of those. And also I had this thing that I really wanted to play up on the body electricity thing, and I wanted the head, the recall of the head to be at least in some form an attack in itself. And what I've come up with as a solution, is this: that the detaching of the head is considered as summoning a creature. The head as a separate stat block, it's a relatively weak creature that takes its turn immediately after the I don't know if it takes its turn immediately after, honestly. It just it might just what the hell did I just say? It might just normally roll initiative. Let me get clawing head. Let me add that right here, actually. Yeah. So I'm treating the head as a summoned creature that disappears when after the head recall action is used. And yeah, it's like it does not have a whole lot of HP, even though it should have at least enough HP to survive like one average hit from a character of about level 5, from an average level 5 character. Maybe a couple of hits depending on the situation, but of course the head should stay. The head should try to avoid melee fighters, of course, because the whole purpose of detaching the head is going after the. It's either entering a space that the body cannot reach or going after ranged enemies. And yeah, so when they had, we decided, I kind of decided that I really don't care for separately tracking HP of head and body and damage transfers and stuff like that. And it simply works. It simply works like this. If the head, the body has its own HP, and the head has a separate HP only when it is detached, they're not matched. They reset when they reset if the head is reattached, and if the head dies when detached, the head dies, which will eventually lead to the death of the body. If the body is killed while the head is on, there's sort of like an undead fortitude mechanic going on. Like if the body is not killed by, I have to find the exact wording on this, but let me just put it in the start block and we can word it later. The idea is that if the body is not killed with a critical hit or with an AoE attack, so which an effect that we can assume destroys the head as well, then it summons the head one last time, and the head can attempt to escape, or if the situation allows it, to body snatch and escape, or to escape and then body snatch. Because yeah, I really want to go all in on the horror and insanity, and I want to give the head, as you can see here, I want to give the head the ability to body snatch someone, and I do think I want to give the body the ability to potentially head snatch someone. I had a lot of ideas on what to do with what happens when if the body head snatches someone. You know what? I'm gonna put the options in. But first, let me integrate my mechanic. And if you guys have comments on any of this, like just this is the time for questions. This is the time for comments, feedback of any kind. But let me integrate this on wording, on concept, questions on gameplay, whatever. Okay. Yes. Oops. Wrong link. And I destroyed the stat block. Okay. Whoopsie. Okay, I really put the stat block on the other side of the word. Yeah, I really need to have another page. Hello, Damparo. Your presence makes me happy, but also makes me think that you failed with the demo. Am I right in my very sad assumption? Am I right in that very sad assumption? I don't know if this thing about you set up everything. Okay, then I'm ready for the call. If you can like give me 10 minutes, I can be. Oh, the demo is starting right now. Can I propose you something? Can you give me like a few minutes, and if you want, you like do the tutorial for the wire bug and the wire riding mission, and so I can like set up this thing and then come over. You want to do that? Would you mind doing that? Okay, good. Okay, thank. Then let me know when you've done that, and like yeah, just initiate the Discord call. Come over. We'll like talk 1 minute, and then we'll be over on your channel. Okay, if the body's reduced to 0 HP. 0 HP. While it has a head, that sentence is hilarious. And yeah, I'm gonna write it in a simple form, and we're going to get to formal 5e language later. Oh, okay, this could work other than by a critical hit. Why is a saving throw? Twisted seal. 0 HP. 0 HP. By an attack. That is not a. Maybe that's the least worthy way to do it. Hey. Well, it has a head. It can. lapidate and some. Not even need to complicate my life with action economy. It just does it. Oh yeah, Mr. Master Radio, you still there? Because I really want your 2 cents on what we're working on right now. Coming, a falling head. Proper formatting. Punctuation, please. Oh yeah, this probably should be a separate trait of some kind. Probably should be written a separate trait. Oops. Yeah, pounce is just the regular pounce. Oh yeah, a bit fuzzy because of flu and cold. Yeah, I guess that. I really imagine that. Limited autonomy. For now, I'm gonna say just this. Yeah, I'm putting the core things in because what is going to happen in a few minutes is that we're gonna switch over to Damparo's channel because he's finally getting to play the demo of Monster Hunter Rise. I want to be here when that happens, and we're just all going to raid his channel and going to hunt some monster together. This is Monster Night after all. I had said that in the lead up to these on Twitter, and it's still valid. So we like have this little bit of an interruption to go hunt with Damparo and see how he fares with the monsters in the shrine ruins. Let's say I should put it okay. Yeah, Flight Burst is in reactions here. Summoned. Wording for this one, okay. Without fight. Oh yeah, I should have definitely put this part here. Okay. So, yeah, I think I've got basically everything in, like, the extreme crunches, the exact number crunch, and the detail of what head recall does. But to talk about that, we will switch once again to the images here. And so, gonna put this, whoops. What the hell, Clip Studio, where are you? Okay, here. Let's turn off the first head, and let's turn on the second head. And this is what happens when there's an emergency recall of our cool little flying head. The body rears up, the slime mold concentrates in the mole that is created at the attachment of the neck, and then there is this whipping and crackling of electricity all around, and a single arc of lightning connects to the head if the head is in distance, and zips the head back to the neck because I like it insane like that. And of course, everyone that is caught here in the line on the arc of lightning, and everyone was in the immediate vicinity of the body when the head reattaches, gets to make a dexterity save or take lightning damage from this whole insanity. After this, after a reattachment, that's like a cooldown of I'd say 1d4 rounds at most, and then it can just go and resummon the head again, and just keep doing that. So like. Oh, let's see. Mr. Master, does the flight burst work also against feet like Sentinel that specifically talk about a special form of reaction? Creatures provoke opportunity attack from you even if they take disengage. That is probably a general ruling question. That is probably a general ruling question. I am inclined to say that if an ability says does not take opportunity attacks, it does not take opportunity attack while it has the creature does not take opportunity attacks while it has that ability. But just let me check the wording of Sentinel. Let me check the wording of Sentinel before that. Creatures provoke opportunity attacks even if they take disengage. Yeah, okay, so Flight Burst goes over that. No, I definitely think that Flight Burst goes over that because it's not avoiding the opportunity attack because of the disengage action, but because of another specific ability. Because if it is like you say, I mean, if it works like you're asking, then Sentinel also prevents ability like Flyby from working, which I don't think it does. Which I really don't think it does. But also I have to say that the head, when the head recall happens, what I want to make it like that when the head recalls happens, the head is vulnerable to attacks of opportunity, but any creature that makes a melee attack against the head as an attack of opportunity during the head recall is subject to the saving throw against the lightning damage, even if they already did it and passed it from the same ability on the same turn, because of course they're trying to melee attack the head when it's still engulfed and carrying all of the lightning strike, and still it's a sort of balancing penalty and fun consequence of the fact that you have an opportunity to interrupt the recall and just like bat the head out of the air while it's flying towards the body. Should take a look at it, but rules as intended seems like Sentinel is a talent specifically against techniques that let you avoid opportunity attacks. I really don't know, and we should check. I'm willing to say if Sentinel works against Flyby, it works against this. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm willing to say that this ability, Flight Burst, is equivalent to Flyby in relation to Sentinel, and we can check right now if you want to. Sentinel and Flyby. Sentinel, Flyby, D&D Beyond. Let's see what if D&D Beyond ruling has to say. Oh no, that's the effect of wait a second. Oh no, this is not talking about the Flyby ability. Flyby 5e. Sentinel feat and features like Flyby. Yeah, there's discussion on that because yeah, rules as written is definitely also Sentinel does specifically mentions disengage, and so yeah, rules as written, Sentinel definitely does not work. Okay, Jeremy Crawford, old tweet, which is right now Jeremy Crawford tweets are no more official rulings, but this was 2016. Yeah, according to Crawford in 2016, Sentinel does not counter Flyby, therefore does not counter, like, yeah. Sentinel should not counter abilities that avoid opportunity attacks by ways other than the disengage action. So, rules as written and by Crawford's tweet ruling specification, whatever you want to call it, it shouldn't. I mean, it of course can be on-brewed, rediscussed at the table, and we could look more at that. But yeah, I stand on the idea that whatever the interaction between Sentinel and Flyby, it applies here. That said. Also, one fun thing I toyed with is the idea that maybe Flyby or similar thing is so quick that simply Sentinel doesn't work. The narrative idea might be that, because of course narrative, there's no way to know if something is using the disengage action or not, of course. It's not like that clearly defined. Okay, still waiting for Damparo to confirm when they're ready. So yeah, we can talk about rulings on that for a long time. What is the last thing that I have to add here? Oh, the aspirations going all over the place. The head recall. Oh yeah, the body snatch. The head snatch action. Just to have it here. And yeah, also the head thing. Where am I even writing? Yeah, there. incapacitated targets. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't switch the footage, of course. I'm still I'm back on the start block. Did I put all of the important bits? Yeah, I put the fact that I did not name this ability though. Did not properly name this trait. Let's call it like this for now. Head escape. Did I put all of the features that I want to put in the start block, regardless of crunch, or did I put the rules in? Pounce is just pounce. Head recall is not explained. Okay. Head recall is not explained, but I did explain, just to save time, I did explain and I did show what it looks like and what it is in practice. So, putting just a mechanic here. I think Discord detects you are streaming and shuts down sounds. You know what? There's maybe a solution for that. Which might... Oops. Which might be this. I'm coming up. First of all, shutting down the music. Oh no, it's just that I did not answer the call. Also. So it should appear right now in... Okay. Let's see if that works. We have a guest. We have a guest, guys. Of course, my... Oh! I do hear you. I don't know if you're just... Try speaking again.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, of course... Okay. Once more?
Hi, everyone. I am
Okay.
Damparo.
Okay, hi Damparo. I definitely hear you. I don't see you because, of course, your webcam is probably working on OBS.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Guys, say hi to Damparo, and in 2 minutes, we're going over to your channel to do this lovely raid. I don't know if your channel is online already.
No, it's not.
Okay, then you're gonna just like how are we gonna make this work? Exactly. You're going to start the stream with like a coming soon with like no audio unless how is gonna work? Because of course your stream has to be online for me to set up the raid. So I just can let you. So you could just do that while you're here, or get off the call for. I can mute you on the call for a second so you can make the stream start at least with the starting screen, and then you ping me on chat here, and we all or on Discord, and we all go raiding the hunt.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's live.
Okay.
So when you want,
Okay. I literally need to finish a sentence so I like nominally have all of the mechanics of the monsters on the start block, and then we're on. Okay.
Yeah.
Between.
Oh, hi.
Oh, by the way, you can have fun. Yeah, Mr. Massive just said hi. You can have fun looking at the insanity that we have on screen right now.
Yeah.
Head takes.
Yeah, so this is still a like low level
I
monster?
think it's like mid, very much low mid tier. I don't see. I see it as like yeah, CR6. Like whatever the number crunch is, it's going to be minimum 5, maximum 7. I really don't see it as either a low-level grunt or a very high-level creature. It's like a mid tier, like a strong party of adventurer can take this and maybe have a couple nasty surprises. Of course, like weaklings will be slaughtered, but epic adventurer will be just like, oh no, not another one of these. Attackers. Okay, so yeah, just quick rundown of for Damparo that just got here. First of all, I don't know if you've seen what the hell? Oh, come on! If you've seen this, oh, no, I think you've seen this. You have seen the lightning version. This is the head recall attack. So yeah, the way this thing works, the detaching of the head, I don't track HP separately unless the head is flying. The head counts as a summon creature by the trait here. The way that the head surviving if the body is killed works is that if the body is reduced to 0 by an effect that does not narratively destroy the head, like critical hits or area of effects, the head is summoned one last time and attempts to escape. If one of the halves of the being is dead, the other one can body snatch an incapacitated victim. The head has a couple of rounds of flight and then has to walk. And then there is the lightning attack in which the body recalls the head. There is an arc of lightning. Everyone gets shocked if they are between the head and the body. And you can make attacks of opportunity against the head going back, but you sort of no, it's not you have to repeat the save. If you hit, you take half lightning damage, and if you miss, you take all of it. Or you have to repeat the save. Like, yep, you probably I can go with both. And very last thing, the head has an ability, a reaction that allows it to like force the body to use a recall attack if the head is in danger of dying. And it also extends the range for that attack only. Yeah, I think I explained all of the creature here, and then we can go hunting. Right?
Yeah, I like this idea of the detachable head as a
That's right.
summon creature.
It's completely insane. But I like. I think it's the right kind of insane. I really wish that I get an opportunity to use it. Okay, so if your stream is online, I'm about to set up the raid, and we are all going to your channel
Yeah.
right now. Sorry.
Yes, that's online.
Okay. The command for raiding was slash raid and then channel name.
Um,
I
I
think it
don't
is.
know. I used to do it from the creator dashboard.
If it
So
doesn't work from the chat, okay. Okay, should be
yeah, I
working
mean,
here.
I know it works from the chat, but
Okay.
I just did not do
Okay,
that.
it was working. Okay, I'm doing it now, and I'm tell you when I click, and it's gonna be 10 seconds after that, and then we're going to go hunting. So everybody, buckle up because we've had fun right now, some monstrous fun, and we're gonna have some more. This is Fabrizio signing out, passing the ball to Damparo. and some Monster Hunter in 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, oh, 4, 3, 2, 1, raid. Okay, I think everyone should have. Okay, I still see
Okay,
my
hi
screen over
everyone.
here. Oh,
We are here. Hello everyone, I am Damparo and today we are playing Monster Hunter Rise. If we have, if we don't have any technical